begin.
Recording in progress.
Toastmaster Rachna, you can begin.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Toastmaster Rachna, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's session. I warmly welcome you all. Before starting the session, I would like to mention 4 ground rules which we follow in our Toastmasters session. Number 1, as Toastmasters, we don't talk about sex, religion, and politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. 2, please put yourself on mute if you're not speaking. 3, please put your videos on during the session. And number 4, please put your videos off if you are stepping out of the session. As everybody in their life has a mission to achieve their goals, likewise, a Toastmasters Club also has a mission. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is to provide a positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I announce this session as open and hand over the stage to the MC of today's session. She is an MD of an eye hospital, running her own optical business since 20 years, serving as a Toastmaster since 2019, having a thrilling habit tracking. Please welcome Toastmaster Seema.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rachna, for the introduction and letting people know a little about me. A very good evening to all the dignitaries, distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer Helen Ghosh, distinguished Toastmaster Abha Ori, distinguished Toastmaster Muskan Kandoi, distinguished Area Director Rashmi Alampuria, Toastmaster Divakar Mittal, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, we have gathered for a workshop organized by Division A. It is about VBS of speaking, public speaking, that is, voice, body, and stage presence. It is being mentored by none other than distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer Ghosh, who is currently serving as the Region 8 Advisor, supporting Districts 20, 105, 116, and 127. Actually, let me call upon someone better to let us know more about Jennifer ma'am. Let us all welcome distinguished Toastmaster Abha Ori, who joined Toastmasters in 2016 and has played several leadership roles, including that of an area director, division director, assistant program quality director, assistant club growth director, and club growth director. Currently, she is serving as the program quality director in District 124. Quality has always been her hallmark. Consistently, she has proven it by being a president's distinguished area director, a president's distinguished division director, and a president's distinguished club growth director. She has many firsts to her credit. The first distinguished Toastmaster from North Bengal and the first club growth director in India to open a club in new country, Bhutan. On the professional front, she is the vice president of a chain of schools under the aegis of Sri Sri Academy, Shiliguri. A perfectionist by choice, and a bookworm by habit. With a big round of applause, we all welcome distinguished Toastmaster Ava Ori to take the virtual stage to introduce and welcome today's speaker for the workshop. The spotlight is on you, ma'am. The stage is yours. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, and a very good evening to everyone present today on this virtual stage. You cannot imagine how deeply honored I am that I am introducing my friend, philosopher, guide, mentor, Jennifer Helen Ghosh, DTM, or Jenny D, or Jenny, as many of us fondly call her. You know, the kind of introduction that you read out for me, Jennifer has played a major role in helping me achieve this. She has mentored me throughout my leadership journey, always egging me on to achieve more and more. And for that, I'm deeply indebted to her. And I'm so glad that she is going to be taking this session here today for you all, because you will understand what true leaders and true mentors are. Jennifer joined Toastmasters 17 years back, and ever since then has been playing a pivotal role, whether it is at her club, area, division, district, and now at the world stage as a region advisor. Professionally, she has worked for the Tata Consultancy Services for more than 30 years. But even after retirement, she did not hang up her boots. Instead, she is today a freelance trainer, training thousands across the globe, especially those for whom English is not their native language. She also happens to be a trained classical dancer. Maybe that is why that is where the body language and the body movement that she is so famous for comes across. I have seen her perform on stage. I have seen her emote on stage. Her eyes speak, her voice speaks, her body speaks. And today I'm sure she is going to add so much to all of us, many of them who are just newly joined Toastmasters and I'm sure are wanting to learn about the V, B, and S of public speaking. Jenny has two amazing sons who are so proud of her achievements and are always triggering her for more, motivating her for more. So without much further ado, I present to you the greatest emoter of all times that I have known, the person who can bring magic on stage to show to us what exactly is the voice, the body, and the stage movement that we Toastmasters should. Over to you, Jenny.
Thank you so very much for that wonderful, wonderful introduction, Abhauri DTM, and it is a pleasure to be your mentor, friend, philosopher, and guide. On that note, good evening, everybody. I know you're not unmuted, so you're not able to respond back to me, but nonetheless, I can feel it in the room. There are so many of you here, 43 members, and I am so grateful for all the organizers who have made this possible for us today. So my dear Toastmasters, if you wish to speak, just raise your hand and our Toastmasters will unmute you during the section. If you have any questions, please make a note of them so that during the question and answer round, we can take your questions one and I can help you achieve clarity on any of your questions and doubts. Right? Let's have a thumbs up if you're ready to go. Amazing. Thank you so very much. So today we're going to speak about voice, body, and stage. Now, why I chose this topic is because each and every one of us are keeping on giving speeches most of the time in Toastmasters and even outside Toastmasters. When we speak, we are always trying to speak to the best of our ability. And the entire voice, body, and your stage is going to be like marrying your speech together, your content, rather, I should say content, and make it an excellent delivery so that it reaches your audience's heart. So let's go forward with that. We have a couple of rules and I would like you to follow them. Please put your cell phones on silent or airplane mode. Raise your virtual hand for any questions or write it down so that we can take it up in the question and answer round. Let's actively participate. I don't want this to be a one-way traffic. We're going to have both-way traffic so that I will know you are listening and you have questions. That's when the learning happens. Applaud each other. Yes, it's very important because in Toastmasters, we all encourage each other. I also need your applause and you also need my applause so that we can motivate and inspire each other throughout our journey together. Not only here today in this presentation, but when we are also in a meeting, in a session, we should be applauding each other and encouraging each other. And last but not the least, like Ralph Smedley, our founder, and you all know that we are celebrating the 100th Centennial celebration. 100 years of Toastmasters. We are a rich organization, full of history and growth and learning. So he has always said, Dr. Ralph Smedley, that when we learn in fun, our learning has value and we will enjoy that learning even better. So let's have fun today. Are you agreeing to have fun, guys? Awesome. So today's objective is definitely to identify ways to enhance your speech through very effective voice, body, and stage choreography. Stage choreography. These are the three things which I'm going to talk about, which will enhance your speech and take it to the next level. Now you must be wondering, why in speech do we have to have a strategic goal or a goal for that matter? It is very, very important in anything in life, whether it is our personal life or it's our professional life. We always have to set goals for ourselves. Until and unless we don't set goals, we will never be able to reach wherever we intend to reach. When you have goals and when you can visualize them and see them, they are going to help you reach for the stars and obtain them. So here also, whenever you're crafting a speech, you need to have your goals. What am I crafting my speech for? So you need to set your goals. You need to be them and you need to reach them. These are three important things. Set your goals. In a speech, whenever you're delivering a speech, what is my goal for delivering a speech? Am I wanting to just perform in a club level? Or am I wanting to contest in the club level or in the area level? Or maybe in the division level and then go beyond that? Or do I want to achieve my educational goals through my speeches? Do I want to become a distinguished Toastmaster eventually? So you're setting your goals. Okay, in 1 year, in 2 years, I'll become a distinguished Toastmaster. It's very important. And when you've already set your goals, then you need to be them. Meaning You need to try and focus completely on those goals. And you then have to go out and reach your goals. So when you're focused on your goals, when you know exactly what they are and you're focused on them, it'll be easier for you to reach them. So whether it is going on a personal trip at home, don't you all make a strategy where you're going to go, how you're going to go there, how much of budget are you going to spend on that trip? So we all have a goal and a strategy, even for our personal lives, or rather, how much money do we get in a month? How much are we going to save in a month? How much are we going to put aside for medical expenses? This is all a goal, a strategy for our lives. So this applies everywhere, not necessarily only in our personal or professional life, but also when you're developing a speech or you're going to write a speech. All right, dear leaders. Now let me take you to an introduction of vocal variety. Now, there are many things that voice can help you understand. When you have a tone, a pitch, an intonation which goes high, which goes low, it gives an emphasis on your speech. It helps your speech and your audience to understand better what you mean. So I have a couple of beautiful sayings here, and I'm going to tell it to you with emphasis on certain words. So when I say this, I did not say he stole the chocolate. All right. Second one, I did not say he stole the chocolate. Are you getting it? The difference? Yeah? Listen to the third one. I did not say he stole the chocolate. Fourth one. I did not say he stole the chocolate. So my emphasis is on he. Earlier, I had an emphasis on I. Then I stressed on did not. Then I said the stressing was on they. And now I'm stressing on he. With different stresses, the meaning slightly changes, right? So it's very important for you to understand that when you stress on certain word or emphasize on certain word, using tone as well as your expressions, it is going to mean a slightly different connotation for your listeners. Like in this case, I did not say he stole the chocolate. And lastly, I did not say he stole the chocolate. Getting it? And here, finally, I did not say he stole the chocolate. He may have stolen money, but not the chocolate, right? So there are so many different ways of being able to throw your voice, use your tone in different ways. I did not say he stole the chocolate. 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 He stole money, not chocolate. So these are different ways of throwing your voice, using your tone effectively so that you can connect with your audience. When you have a facial expression and the tone, immediately your content is going to marry together with your speech. Your speech content and your voice variety, the vocal variety, and your facial expressions are really going to marry together so that your speech goes to another level altogether. Please remember these small tips in terms of tone, and vocal variety. If you have any questions or doubts, please make a note so that we can take it during the Q&A round. Again, we come to tone, and this time it is with facial expression. Let me tell you, your tone is the emotion, the emojis that we use so very casually. It is the emotion behind the sound of your voice. Your audience can feel the words that you are saying. Literally, they can feel the words you're saying. Sometimes when a speaker is speaking, have you ever got goosebumps, right? Those goosebumps tell you that the speaker has touched your heart. You can literally feel what he or she is. That's why the goosebumps. Your tone projects what? It projects different emotions. I'm happy. How do you say I'm happy? I'm happy. I'm sad. What happens? Your voice, your face, everything changes. Oh, I'm excited. I've passed my exams. It's something which is more of not only happiness, but excitement, joy, that thrill that you're having. There could also be phases of emotions like frustration, anger, absolutely confusion. Each and every tone can project these emotions. Now, I would like our tech master to unmute maybe Seema or Abha. Excuse me.
Yes,
Otherwise, yes. So I would like Abha first to go with this saying. It's a very easy saying. My office reopens on Monday. Abha, can you please say it with happiness?
My office reopens on Monday.
Awesome. All right, then let's have Seema saying this. Not very happy, a little sad.
Okay. My office opens on Monday.
Yeah, that was nice. So you see, according to your voice, your expression also has to be there, your facial, so that both matches together and they sync in very well. Can we have one more, maybe Rachna? Is Rachna unmuted? Yeah. Hi, Rachna. Rachna, can you say this with anger? Hi, Rachna.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah. Can you please say this line? My office reopens on Monday with anger.
My office reopens on Monday.
Well done. Well done. All right. One more we'll take. How about Vijay? Let's give a boy a chance. Hi, Vijay. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah. Hi, Vijay. Can you say my office reopens on Monday with frustration?
Oh, my office reopen on Monday.
Okay. A good attempt. You could be better. Frustration. Okay. Oh, my office opens on Monday. You're really
Yeah.
frustrated. So a little bit more. It should not be so
Expression.
slow. Yeah, it should be a little fast. All right. Awesome,
Right.
Vijay. Well done. All right.
Thank
Thank you so much. So these are the tones along with your facial expression, which actually shows the emotion behind your voice. Your voice is like an instrument, let me tell you. And God has given us such a beautiful instrument that we can use it to the best of effect, not only in speeches, but whenever we are speaking. Okay, imagine you are a mother and you have a small baby and the baby is crying. How would you console your baby? Either you would pat the baby on the back and maybe sing a song, or maybe you would speak to your baby, don't cry, darling, and then keep on saying something so that the baby can sort of hear your voice and then the baby calms down. So that is something a mother would do spontaneously, right? I mean, nobody needs to teach a mother or a father how to console their children. It automatically happens. And what happens? Your love is coming out of your voice. So that is your emotion, love. So whatever you're saying to the baby can resonate it because the baby can feel that. Similarly, when you're giving a speech, your emotions, whether it's happiness, whether you're sad, excited, frustrated, angry, or even jubilant, your voice can immediately portray that, and your audiences can get the information in their hearts very clearly. So use your tone effectively. If you have any questions, please make a note so that you can take it in the question answer round. We are going on to body and stage. Our body is something which speaks on its own. Many a times you may have heard somebody saying, Seema, when you speak, you use your hands too much. Or maybe they tell me that, Jenny, when you speak, you have too much of expression on your eyes. Like my sons, they tell me that my eyes are too big. Like whenever I'm speaking or whenever I'm taking out a photograph, my eyes are like so big. So I have to try to control my eye expressions. So sometimes we go overboard also. So we must learn. It is not that we can't learn those things. We may have too much of something, too much body language, or too little. So we need to bring it up or we need to tone it down. So everything has to have a perfect balance, and that only comes through practice. So let me tell you what is our body. So what is a body language? I have already given you a small brief of what our body is, right? But a body is like, it has non-verbal communication. Have you ever played the game Dumb Charades? Hands up if you've played that game, Dumb Charades. All right, wonderful. So Dumb Charades is something which everyone knows how to play, right? And that is like, what do I say? You don't speak, but you are having your gestures to convey what you want to say. So similarly, our body, you need not speak, but your gestures can... just a moment. I don't know why this hand is not going down offline. Yeah. All right. So, my apologies. The body will speak on its own, just like when we do in dumb charades, and we are speaking without actually using words. We are only using our face and our hands to explain something. Similarly, in body language, we need to use our body language effectively so that people can understand better. Like when you're angry, wouldn't you like to do something like this? Or like, how frustrating, things like that, which gives that feeling of when we're saying frustrated, we're also showing frustration. So it's very important to show your body language with the right content that you're using. If you're using a content of happiness, then your face should light up with happiness and you should be actually expressing your happiness. I'm so happy today. I just got my results and I've scored beautifully. That's the way your expression or your language, your content, and your body speaks together. Albert Mehribin, he is a psychology, but he was in the 30s. 1939 he was born, and he was a professor in California, University of California in Los Angeles. He had a theory which spoke about non-verbal communication, and it had certain statistics which he attributed to tone and to your facial expressions. He said that our tone makes up 38% when we speak, and our facial expressions make up 55% of our when we are speaking, the facial expression. So if you have 38% as tone and 55% as facial, we have just 7% left for content. But mind you, he does not at all say that content is useless. Not at all. Content is very, very important. Your rich content can become richer when you have the right tone and the right facial expressions. Right? So this is what he had said. And he had communicated that body language, can help you to convey your emotions or your intentions, which maybe words are not adequate enough to express them. So when you're just saying, I'm happy, but you're not showing happiness, does it really touch you? Or when I say, I'm very sad, but I'm smiling, it really will not resonate with any of your audience. So when you have the correct tone, when you have the correct facials, and when you have that rich content that you write for your speeches, you will have the perfect blend, or should we say a perfect marriage between content, facial, and tone. What do you think these people are feeling? Now, if you ask me, the person on my left, sitting like this, seems to be thinking about something, but doesn't seem very interested in anything else, just to herself. The other person beside her looks as though she is dozing, in my opinion. And there are two people looking up. Maybe they are wondering, okay, what was the answer to that? I'm trying to speculate what is the answers or what is the question, whatever. And the last person who's sitting with his head like that seems to be either contemplating or is frustrated about something or unhappy about something, right? But whatever I have said may not be what you think. Maybe you'll interpret their body language in a different way, because we are all so unique, right? I may be thinking that the first person who's sitting like this is not showing that much of interest in what's happening. You may think something else. So each and every one of us would be thinking in a different perspective based on the body language we see or the facial expression we can see or catch. So remember, your audience is diverse. So you have to play to the strength so that you can get all your audiences connected to you from the moment go. And that will only happen when you have a speech with have your tone, your facial, and your. All right. Lastly, hence he said 7% is given to the written content that we have. But putting them all together, 100% makes an amazing speech. So if you want to become a world champion someday, or if you want to win a division contest or a district contest, then you need to be able to bring all this in together in your speech, balance them out, and have the most perfect speech with tone, with facials, and with your, because when your body speaks, it helps you to emote emotions. When you are showing your emotions through your body language, you are able to connect with your audience because you're expressing your words in a much more effective way. All right, let's go on. And this is stage choreography, the process of creating movement with purpose and meaning. Stage choreography, doesn't mean that only there is a stage there for you to stand in the middle. No, you have that stage where you can utilize it to be able to create movement with purpose and with meaning. All right. So when you utilize that 3D space around you effectively, you will be able to tell your audiences what your characters are or who you're speaking about in that space. Let me tell you how. When you use your stage with purpose, identify characters. Supposing your character or your story is about your mom and it's about your dog, Chase, and mom, Sheila. You will use your stage to identify these characters. When you're identifying characters through stage movement, like the right side of your stage is your mom, Sheila, and the left side of your stage is your dog, Chase. So whenever you're talking from the middle and suddenly you move to the right, people will automatically know you're going to talk about your mother. So that's how you identify your spaces in your stage to be able to characterize people, to be able to tell stories in certain areas. So when you're practicing for your speech contest, please remember to map a specific location in the speaking area so that you can say certain stories in one place. If you have transitions, you can move to the next space with another character maybe or another example maybe. You may be having one story, two examples. So you can use your stage effectively to be able to say that. And that will also help you transit from one place to another. That is when you are transiting with purpose and with meaning. Just don't move for the sake of moving. Move when you have to move for some purpose. Like either you're going to change your story. From one story, you're going into the next example. That's the time when you make a purposeful change in the story. So that will be excellent in terms of your stage choreography. Another very important thing is, I think you all know, is that when you are writing your speech has to have a proper opening, a body, and a conclusion. So these can also be choreographed. Your opening can start in the middle, right? Your body can be on one part of the stage, like the right, and you can use the left side for the conclusion. So these are things that I am offering you as a sort of a tip and to help you be able to stage choreograph properly, use stories or move with purpose and intent only when you are transiting between stories or examples. Yeah, and that will come through your experience. So don't worry about it. As I'm going to tell you here, you need to always get your speech mentored. You cannot do things alone. Even I have many mentors. Even today, I will always have a mentor because I know somebody else knows something better than me who can help me. And if you want help, get your speech mentored. Don't forget the 3 P's of a winning speech. What is that? Anyone can tell me? The 3 P's are practice, practice, and practice. If you want to win a contest, you need to remember the 3 P's. That is practice, practice, practice. And go ahead. From today onwards, I want you to go and write your winning speech, because it takes many drafts for you to write your winning speech. All the best to you guys, and thank you so much for being such a wonderful audience. And now I would like to take the questions if anybody has any questions. Yes, I can see some hands are up. Rachna, let's go with you first. Oh, Seema. Seema spotlighted, so we'll go with Seema and then I'll come to Rachna. Yes, Seema. Tech Master, can you unmute Seema? Please unmute Seema. Yes.
Thank you. I have a question. Like you said, the audience will identify the character from the position you are speaking. But how and when to designate certain areas to certain characters? Like, if you can elaborate
Yeah.
that.
So that's what I said. I gave you an example about your mom and a dog, right?
Yeah.
Or you can say a police and a thief. If your story is about a police and a thief, right? Your stage has got like 4 quadrants, right? If you take it into 4 squares, you'll have 4 spaces. Supposing
Okay.
you're talking about the past, where would you go?
Behind.
You would go a little back. You'll take 1 step back and maybe you'll say, long, long ago in 1924.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that automatically shows people you're talking about the past. So when you're going to talk about your present, you come to the middle.
Yeah.
And when you're going to talk about your future, you'll take 1 step forward.
Forward.
Okay. So that gives people that, okay, she's also talking about her past, present, future, and she's using the stage also to identify.
Yeah.
They automatically connect. You don't need to tell them, they will connect. Our audiences are very intelligent.
Yes.
Yes. And
Yes.
when I talk about police and thief, okay, I'm talking about, like, you could say you're standing in the middle and, okay, my story is about a police and a thief. Last night, a thief was in our locality and the police was chasing the thief. Okay. So you come to the right and said, this policeman was hefty, tall. He had a big mustache and he was very, very heavy. And I was looking at him and only feeling scared. You've come here and you spoke about him. Whereas you go here and you say, oh, the thief, he was a thin, lanky guy, but he was robbing in the houses of so many people and he could run so fast. Immediately people know you're talking about it.
Yes.
So when you're now going to change and keep on your story, you will come to the designated places so that your audience understands who you are talking about. I mean, your whole story is not going to be about them. You're going to change thereafter. Then you come back to the middle. That's your middle. Point. Your middle is your parking zone. Always come back to your parking zone. And then you can move with purpose, either right, left, front, back, depending on what you do. Got it?
I got you. Thank you so much.
All right. You're most welcome. I think Rachna had her hand up. Can we have Rachna? Yes, Rachna. Can you unmute Rachna? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, you have already replied my query, but still I have one more to clarify. Yeah. When I'm taking 2 characters, and if there's a conversation between the 2 characters, I'm coming towards the side and talking to the next character. So should I look at character or should I look at front during the speech?
You need to actually balance. You should not have your back to the audience, but you can be on a slight tilt as though you're talking to your character. So you have audience in the middle, in the sides, in the 2 sides. So you can turn towards a little bit on the side, slanting, so that you're talking to that character, supposedly, but you're actually talking to the audience on your right side. Or if you're talking this way, you're talking to the audience on your left side. So that shows your characterization. And then whenever you're speaking the main points of your topic, come to the middle and speak. Always that is your parking zone. Please come back. And whenever you feel, what to do with my hands, what should I do with my hands? Park it down. Your hands should be parked down. All right. So that is how you should take your stance. Slightly, not too much, not too little. Okay. Your
Thank you,
mentors will be able to help you with that. Yes. Hi, Babita. Babita needs to be unmuted.
I have one just to share. Could you please share some hand gesture we should use during our speeches, and it's good to the audience when we ask.
Hand gestures will come naturally.
Yeah,
Please
sometimes
do not
over.
try to force them. They will come naturally. And if you get feedback saying that you're making too many hand gestures, so for the next time you come in, you need to reduce a few of them. Only use your hands when it is necessary. Like when you're trying to indicate something. Like, like long ago, something like that. Or when we were going down the hill, then use your hands. When you're using describing things in your speech, then use your hands effectively. Because when you're describing with your voice, you can also use your hands to describe. Like I use, the policeman was big and strong, and he had lots of muscles and a big mustache. You're using your hands. But the thief, he was thin and lanky. But he could run so fast. So I'm using my hands only when it's necessary to describe people.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Awesome. If we have any other question, I'll be happy to take. Otherwise, we can close this meeting. Any other questions for me? I don't see any questions. All right. Who's that? Rashmi, you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. So how much of drama is actually allowed? Like,
See,
it should be too dramatic.
it should not be too dramatic because I'm a very dramatic person personally. And I have always got feedback to, sort of bring the drama down. But maybe it's because I'm a dancer, classical dancer. So we've always been very expressive in our dances. So I have tried to curb myself to a great extent. And slowly and steadily, it will come, it will happen. You have to just keep practicing. And whenever you get feedback, remember that feedback is very important. That person is giving you feedback because they want to make a difference in your life. They want you to improve. Yeah. So take that feedback positively. So if they say too much, so if you go and watch a lot of world speakers, you'll see that some of them don't do any drama, but some of them do a lot of drama. So nothing is actually too much because it depends on what the audience or the judges like. If a speech demands a lot of drama, then why not do it? If a speech demands that it's more inspirational, more motivational, then automatically you have to reduce the drama. So it all depends on the speech you're going to give. All right?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Awesome. I think we will close now because we are running short of time. And I would like to hand it back to you to take the session forward.
Yes, our MC would now call on
Thank
Toastmaster
you.
Muskan.
Thank you so very much, everybody.
Toastmaster Seema, please take the stage from here. Please mute yourself, unmute yourself. Toastmaster Seema, yes.
Yes. Wow, what an insightful and engaging workshop. Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Jennifer, for that. I'm sure Everybody found it incredibly valuable with lots of practical takeaways and fresh perspectives. It's always inspiring to hear such in-depth knowledge and experience being shared. We truly appreciate your time and expertise. Again, it's better to call another distinguished Toastmaster to give away a vote of thanks to the speaker for today's workshop. She is an entrepreneur and public speaking coach by profession, graphologist and Toastmaster by passion, and is also a certified soft skills trainer. She recently became a certified neuro-linguistic program coach. As the founder of Your Voice, she has established 6 branches in Siliguri and trained 20,000 plus people. She has won various awards for Best Speaker and has been featured in Entrepreneurs of India. She is Toastmaster since 6 years and is also currently serving as Division Director. Please join me in welcoming with a round of virtual applause the one and only distinguished Toastmaster Muskan Kandoe. The spotlight is on you, Muskan. Toastmaster Muskan, stage is yours. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for reading out my introduction so well. Amazing. I am so proud of Division A. I do not have words to tell because 49, almost we had 50 participants on a weekday joining to upskill and level up. That is simple. And I would make this round of applause, especially for Jenny ma'am, who agreed to do a session for Division A and imparted her knowledge to all of us in such a simple manner that we can start using it from tomorrow onwards in our club meetings and become more skillful speakers. Thank you so much to all the organizers, Toastmaster Rashmi, Toastmaster Divakar, Toastmaster Seema, Toastmaster Rachna, who made sure that everything went on smoothly. A special thanks to distinguished Toastmaster Abha Ori, who always motivates us and gives us a platform that Division A can reach to greater heights every single day. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. To all the presidents of the club who keep pushing their members, please join, please join. I understand it becomes a little spamming at certain point, but it's to the benefit for all of you to grow, learn, and win contests and perform well in the competitions. Thank you so much to all the joinees. I look forward to seeing you in future trainings. Thank you so much, Jenny ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
For
It
any
was wonderful to have all of us.
yes. For any
Yes.
questions for Jennifer ma'am, we can definitely take it offline. You can reach out to your area directors, make a list of questions, and we will make sure that all your questions are answered. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes. Thank you.
Recording stop.